Hey guys, Boston, Massachusetts is checking in. Welcome to Yessayana's Way. So we're about to talk about it. Today, I am making a declaration. I will no longer follow fake entertainment news. So that means pretty much everything about these damn celebrities. And I'm going to tell you why. Because I made a video regarding WAC 100 and 21 Savage and 6 9, and I felt as though the reason they came at 21 Savage the way that they did, so disrespectful and rude, was because behind the scenes 6 9 and 21 Savage was kicking it on the phone for 20 minutes. And he was like, but didn't I call you a snitch? So they was just basically exposing how fake these people are who make music that tells the streets to kill snitches. Don't snitch. Don't mess with snitches. Hey, Bonnie, how are you? And now this is my proof. Like I said, they all kick it. And I hope this is entertainment. And that's what we have to realize in our personal lives outside of YouTube and who we can relate to. And with we have to realize that you don't know what is real beef and what is fake staged beef. You know, is it fair to say sometimes this stuff is not a conspiracy? They all know each other. And I feel like they play on the public emotions. That's like when they be talking about that 1%, it's really what you know and what you do not know. And they know for most parts that, hey, most people are in the house. They're not going to many places. They need entertaining. So, they're taking you for what you say for face value. They don't see that this is entertainment, that you are a actor, or thank you for the thumbs up, or, that this is just for YouTube purposes. But then the line, what line do you cross even though this is for YouTube purposes only, entertainment? When you're using trigger words. Trigger words, there are words that you can use that ignite something in a person. Like you can't go around talking about a fire. You can't yell that, or like you'll get locked up for that. They accuse you of inciting a riot or something false that, you got the masses up in a roar. You started a chaos, a commotion. That's how I feel rap music do, because it puts you in a angry mode. Like, fuck you, fuck everyone. I don't want to make peace. Nigga, I ain't fucking with you. Even if you my family, you was a snitch. We gonna kill you. Crazy shit. And then the people who was really perpetuating this message, they're friends behind the scenes. And I'm gonna tell you why. Prophet Muscle, he shared this video. And I'm going to read the headline that made me click on it. And this goes back to what you asked. Why do we like Banye? You said, why do people like drama, controversy? I don't know, but we do, because I think part of it, we're dramatic ourselves, and I guess, it's more interesting than our own life. I don't know. I can't even answer that shit. It's like, why do you like drama? Why? I don't know, toxicity. Because part of you is toxic too. That's right. But let me get this queued up so y'all can listen to this. Okay, so this is what the title reads. And I clicked on it. My source is Prophet Muscle. Okay, so it says Little Dirk Lil Durk checks 6ix9ine for being a fake blood. And that's another thing. I don't like how they perpetuate in gang culture and lifestyle. You understand? That's crazy to me too. Like Pyru, like all the stupid shit, blood. And like this guy said about 6ix9ine. Why you ain't at Coachella? Why you wasn't at Coachella where every artist is? Cause you seen him drowning in all of that money, looking miserable as hell. God damn it, tell the truth and shame the devil. But listen, let me finish reading this headline. This is why I clicked on it. Lil Durk checks 6ix9ine for being a fake blood after doing music with Quando Rondo. So remember, Quando Rondo's manager was supposed to have killed King Vaughn. You understand? It's just like so weird. Like it's a whole bunch of crazy, distractive, but why? Nonsense and foolishness, but involves like traumatic experiences, but it don't be nothing. It's just something to work on the masses of the people, the public. Now let's play this and listen. This is what happens when I click on this video. You tell me if you think 2 men are at war.
But you be in New York a lot. A lot of people know how we give it up. A lot.
That's 6ix9ine speaking. Now this is them on Instagram,
yeah,
I guess.
Breaking up. What you say, bro?
Nah, look.
So that was Dirt. That was Dirt. Little Dirt. You was breaking up. What did you say, little bruh? Remember everybody got on Akon for working with 6ix9ine, saying he was a snitch. Nicki Minaj, remember? And this is Lil Durk, who is also the number one with Lil Baby. And I love their music. I just started fucking with Lil Durk. I love them, but I don't like how they're manipulating so many vulnerable minds. You understand? This is what I don't like. I don't like that message with them because they got people out here and kids even getting killed for being on the stands and saying what they witnessed. And, I just feel like everybody support the snitch culture until it's one of their loved ones. Then they want answers. So that involves you snitching. But if you support a snitch culture, you shouldn't want answers when your loved one is out here harmed. You should stay true to what you believe. I don't believe that. You understand? But there are people that strongly believe that and believe that you should not be snitching. But when that shit's at your front door, you're going to want somebody to snitch. Mm-hmm. So let's continue to listen.
A lot of people don't stay that way. I can't go out there and prove myself like, yo, I did this to this person, I did that to that person. Believe me, I'm a gangster. Like, I'm not doing that, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? So when I beef with certain niggas, when I do that and I beef with certain niggas, and I'm like, yo, BDK, when I said that, listen, I don't take none of that shit back because I feel if I do that. But when I said that, I addressed it to that particular, like, yo, blood, do something about it. What now? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Look,
I took it to him that temperature. Everybody know the love I got from Rondo. You know what I'm saying? I'm big chill.
Yeah, and look, he love you. I ain't gonna lie, bro, love you. When y'all him know we putting it together too.
You know what I'm saying? Make sure the phone Gotti. Make sure Rondo right in there. You know what I'm saying? Make sure, you know what I'm saying? I always pay homage. But when I feel like disrespecting me, blood, ain't nobody gonna get away disrespecting me. Name that got away disrespecting me, bro. I take it to the whole industry. I don't.
Hey, look. Hey, you hear me, gang? No, you know the whole everybody watching that shit, bro. But like everybody, like the whole thing y'all got going on. Like,
so you see, you can always go to Prophet Muscle to.
Nah, yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact. I see it.
To view this video. So that's my point. They all be chilling behind closed doors. So it must be a conspiracy, right? Angry men due to no fathers around. No, they're not angry, Wonge. That's my whole point. They pretend to be angry. They act like they got beef and they're mad at the world, but only certain players are dying in the music industry. And behind closed doors, these kids and cats are cutting it up. So why the message? The message. It's like Boosie said, who listens to this? But behind closed doors, y'all are chopping it up. So why do you push a message when you know what 6ix9ine did? That got real black communities, people that lost their lives for this, that really went and snitched. It ain't no talking, and you really is an outcast when you're known as a snitch. Don't think that people be fucking with people that are snitches in the hoods. They won't fuck with them probably because of a family situation, or they know that that person ain't bring the noise to them, but they don't fuck with them. It ain't none of this, and it ain't talking about if you was a snitch, I don't want to fuck with you, and then behind closed doors, you're fucking with a nigga. Why are they deliberately spearheading gang violence and they're not even violent? Because, it ain't no anger in this conversation. And that's what WAC 100 wanted us to understand, that this is entertainment and let me do my business. And now I get it. Now I understand after seeing Prophet Muscle's video of 6ix9ine and Lil Durk really, kicking it. Like they best buddies around this bitch. And they fuck with one another, and that's just what it is. So why are we the people upset and allowing rap music to influence us and make decisions that cause us to hurt and harm one another and end up in jail or the grave? Why? When here it is, these two men is clearly friends, for real, for real. Why are they duping the public, the fans? You know why? Because we're depressed. Because we the one who entertained this stuff. We're the one who's like, oh yeah, let's see. And then we see the truth. The truth of the matter is, we got to do things better with our time and stop fueling this fire of fake beefs that lead to the streets, and individuals don't actually harm each other or hit each other or do anything to each other, but they end up dead. They're no longer with us, like Tupac and Biggie. And look at freaking King Von, that young man. We always say it's still lyrics. It is. But what about movie theaters? And all of those people, gun shop owners, and all of those people, and people who make blades, what about them too? Why is it their lyrics when it's supposed to be entertainment? It's confusing to me. And it's definitely confusing when I see this and hear this and think like, oh, they got beef, so I ain't fucking with them. It's wrong.
But you see me, I don't take too serious, bro. Like, I don't take too serious because at the end of the day, I know, yo, Dirk, I know my body. I know how to give it up. Like, everybody know. A lot of people want to admit to it, but they're like, yo, damn, that kid with rainbow hair really
talking.
He be putting in pain, but we can't take him too seriously. He got rainbow hair, so not gonna look right. We can't have him representing gangster shit because he don't fit the criteria. But at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? That's a whole other discussion. But I want you to know, blood, me and you, wherever we stand, you know what I'm saying? But I want to address that too.
I had a car, y'all, bro.
That's a fact. Big fucking with us. Shout out to Dirk Your World. You know what I'm saying? Niggas don't know behind the scenes. Niggas don't know that niggas be able to, run no brother, Gotti, his girl, like be really in tune. Like, yo, you good in there? Yo, niggas don't really know that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like he really speak high.
That was my point. All right. Behind the scenes, people don't know. So you playing on our feelings and damn emotions. I'm no longer connected to this bullshit. I just am more interested in the real shit, daily life events that I can relate to. I can't relate to just this craziness, you know what I mean? It's weird. And maybe I shouldn't be relating to it too. But anyways, so I went shopping. I picked up some items. I want to make a macaroni and cheese. I'm doing a salad. Meat is so damn expensive, guys. Oh my gosh, meat was like for real, like for 7 pieces of meat, it was like almost $20. I'm like, oh my gosh, this meat is expensive. I'm gonna do me a salad today. You know what I mean? And that's what it is. Yeah, I got some of the stuff pre-made already. I'm gonna do a chicken Caesar salad. I'm gonna cut these tomatoes up. They didn't have the regular Mrs. Dash today, so I got a new Mrs. Dash. It says full of flavor without the salt. I don't eat a lot of salt. I hate salt, quite honest, but I will use it. But someone told me like seasonings already have salt, so you shouldn't be using salt like that. Fresh vegetables. There wasn't hardly any goddamn vegetables and fruit in this neighborhood, like supermarket. It's like where college school is, so a lot of the college kids go over there. So it's like, oh my gosh, I couldn't even get my chicken salad. So I'm gonna try a couple of other places. I think they may have it. I think. I got some orange juice, guys. And I got some water, some salsa water. I started that before I even got here. They had a great deal on the grapes today. I was like, oh, yes, I got to get me some grapes. Like a boss. Better believe it. Like a boss. My whole point is, you can't be going for the okie doke. You cannot be going for the okie doke. I stopped looking at certain channels because I felt like the okie doke was just a little too much for me. They really didn't have anything to offer at some point, so I was like, next. Them grapes are really good. Baby girl got a gun license. We're going to the range. We're going to go and shoot. I want to see how my wrist is too. I had an operation on both of my hands. So this would be the first time finding out how strong my wrist is, And it's going to be so nice. What if I'm an expert shooter? I don't know what you call them. Expert marksman. Pink Himalaya salt. Yeah. It's in New Hampshire. You know you all the way on the other end. It's in New Hampshire. It's like an hour away from Massachusetts. But yeah, that pink Himalaya salt, you eat that a lot? Is that really salt? I never tasted. I just see it at certain supermarkets. You know? Oh my gosh. So this lady was on the side of the road. Thank you, darling. This lady was on the side of the road with 3 of her children begging for money. She was from a third world country. It's healthy. I'm going to try it. Okay, I'm going to pick some up from the supermarket. All right, Bonnie? So this is my first time ever seeing her. She was like one of the Middle Eastern women. And oh my gosh, she was out there with her 3 children and this hot ass son asking for money to feed her and her family. You know what's going on overseas? It's just so much. I seen a little clip of that because I don't want to be exposed to that ugly truth. I know I hear so much what's happening, but we all get a turn, man. I'm sorry. You feel me? Like, oh my gosh, it's horrific, but I don't know what to do. And we're still trying to fight a battle over here too. I'm sorry for those people, man. You know? So I'll try to do a little that I can because I feel bad for people in that position. Like, I seen a little clip of it of these kids like crying and everything. Like, them soldiers make me sick, damn it. That's why I did not vote. I'm not going to lie to you. I hated everyone in the White House and in Congress too. Because let me tell you something. It was so scary seeing tanks on the streets of America. It was like, oh my gosh, YouTube is actually in my own land. And I was running into it and I was feeling some sort of way. And I could just see these kids with these big guns and them on tanks and in the inner city. Oh my gosh, it was horrible. I just was like, oh my gosh, I just can't imagine what they're going through. Boy, that's bad what's happening. Does anyone drink vitamin water? I love vitamin water. Vitamin water is really good for you. So, I'm like, oh my gosh, I never seen that. So yesterday, right, they got these new products. My daughter, she is cold as ice. Long ago, baby. Let me tell you what she did to me, okay? I want to tell you what she did to me. Ooh. She pissed me off, really. Anyways, so I was like, oh, my card declined. Can I get a few dollars? So she was making a big deal out of it, first of all, right? She's just like, But she ended up giving me the money. And then guess what she ended up doing? So it was like only these 2 little items. She wanted one. And I couldn't say no, but I should have said no. But my heart just won't let me do that. So I shared her. I was so mad because then I was still hungry. So then she came out with these damn things talking about crackers. I was like, I don't want no goddamn fucking crackers. I'm hungry. She thought that was so cute. I was like, never again. I don't care if she buy it. My heart's not going to be like here and share her because I was still hungry and I thought that was selfish and I would have never did it. Just buy the shit. You know what I mean? Whatever. So that was how my day went and I overate yesterday because Well, she's skinny and I'm not, and I used to be. So now I like to eat. And I'm tired of people like, again, when they give me food and shit. Again, my body says eat. I work out, but my appetite increased and I like to listen to my body. So I don't eat crackers. I eat real food. Shit. What's wrong with you? I mean, it's good to be. I know I'm gonna be what it is. It is gonna be what it is. But you know what? Don't do that to me, baby. So I ran into my friend today. I also seen another lady today that in a neighborhood I used to live in. She used to live in a neighborhood. We used to live in the same neighborhood. So I didn't realize she was older than me. I thought she was my age. She looked damn good. When they say black don't crack, black do not crack. Because I swear that woman looked great. She's like, yeah, I do my walk every day. So I might have a walk-in buddy. But I'm going to shut my goddamn mouth because I could talk a lot, guys, as y'all know. But, you know, she's really sweet. She's always been kind. But she was an older woman. I never knew that. Them damn grapes is good, guys. Ooh. Ooh. So, that was that. And someone else, too. I haven't seen in a very long time. People, man, even like, it's good to see some people and they're not crazy, but a lot of people, ooh, they crazy. I'm like, damn, the meds done fucked them up, man. I be thanking God inside, like, thank you, Lord. Like, I cleaned my act up, you know? Thank you, Jesus. I did. Boy, they be taking a licking, a beating. I'll be like, ooh, I got missing teeth, but they look from the flow up, but I don't know what's up with them. I'm just happy to see them, but I'm like, damn, man. I remember when I used to be right beside them. So I'd be like, thank you, Lord. Whew, thank you, Jesus. You know, like, I am happy, like, it could be me, but it's not. And God said it's not, and I agree. Thank you, Lord. You know? So that's who my praises go to. So this company right here, I don't know if they're a local Panera Bread. I don't know if you ever heard of them, but anyways, now they're in the bread game. They used to only be in a restaurant business, like a fast food type business, like soup, sandwiches, you know what I mean? They basically bake their breads on site and everything. So now they're in the supermarket, and I was like, ooh, so the bread was actually $3, but today you could take $2 off. So I paid $1 for this, and I wonder how it is. And you see, it is whole wheat. Whole wheat is the way. I'm about to put these bagels up. Yeah, I'm about to put these bagels in. Make sure they ain't spoiled and shit. Put them in the refrigerator. I don't want the bagels now, guys. I don't want them at this time. Maybe another time, but not now. Ooh, these grapes are so good. They so firm. When I eat a grape, hey. And they're green grapes, okay? So I have this water, this pineapple, coconut water. It's seltzer water. Thank you. I know, right? Even when I eat a grape, I'd be like, Lord, if I hit the lottery, I don't want to go crazy. I'm like, too much damn fun in my life, boy. So I was trying to figure out. So what I learned about an LLC, right? Because I just don't want to spend my money. I'm still going to go through the SBA, the Small Business Administration, because they said that when I incorporate my business, I have to have a resident agent. So they're trying to say you can join some companies for free, and then after the first year, you would have to pay $119 annually every year. So I'm like, that's not a bad deal, but the benefit of having a professional service be a residential agent for you, your LLC, is that your address will not be on file, on record, because once you LLC to your address, pretty much people know where you stay at once you have an LLC. So your address, your private home address is connected to your LLC, okay? If you don't have a resident agent, if you will be your own resident agent, but you have to be there. It's a legit job. You just can't be like, oh, I'm there all the time. I'm going to be there, because apparently you have to be there in case you are served by a constable. You know, if you need to receive any goddamn information regarding your business, you need to be there Monday through Friday, 9 to 5. You have to be there all the time. It's a real serious business. But there's some perks that go with it. But you can file your own LLC with the Commonwealth for $520. Okay, so I'm interested in, getting government contracts. So in order to do that, I have to get an LLC. But I don't want to spend money if I don't have to. And, if I do if I'm my own resident agent at that point, I have a job now. You understand? Because I have to take this very serious so that my business will not fail. Because this money is just like my last thing in life. Not really, but I'm treating it like that. So, I'm really thinking about this, because can I make enough money? And that's the purpose of me going into business, is for the purpose of the money. Then yeah, I can see myself paying a company to do that, because, at that point, I would be a resident agent. I should get paid for that, even though it's my company, because I don't feel like I should have to be there on site all the time, because if someone want to serve me, I have to be there. It's a law, the rule to business, okay? So I'm like, damn, I'm going to discuss this more. And then the fact of commingling funds. I need to set up a personal business account. Okay, that is with the LLC, like, separate from my personal money, so that, if I was, the purpose of me, first of all, of setting up an LLC is so in case someone tried to sue me, they can't attach my personal property or real estate if I owned it to the lawsuit. You understand? To try to, get compensation, damages, so I want that separate. That's why I don't want the loan, because even if you're an independent contractor and you get this loan, now if you live in a poor area, you don't have to pay it back. But if you don't live in a poor area, I don't live in a poor area, disadvantaged area, then you have to pay that shit back. And then it's like, do I want really a loan for X amount of dollars for 30 years when I could get a bigger loan because shit changes in your life? And now you qualify, but because you're in this position, now you're in a disposition. I don't want to be tied to that. You know what I mean? It's not worth it. No, thank you. Do anyone clean their meat in vinegar? I'm going to make me some chicken strips. Meat is so expensive. I swear it in the last days. Okay? We really are in the last days. I'm telling you, because God said a day wages. We are really going to be paying a day wages. Even though they opened back up the world, they wasn't ready for the rush of people that came outside. It's like prices are so high in the market. 20 fucking dollars. Like a pack of meat you used to could get and you could have it for leftovers, but literally it's feeding your family because now the kids are at home. You understand? They're eating more. You're preparing more meals. Their appetites increasing. They ain't getting the little bullshit ass snacks the school give them. But thank you, schools. They're getting actual meals because now being at home is 24/7. So that meat ain't really gonna sustain them because just like me, I might work out, but shit, my body said you better eat. You better eat. You understand? And oh my gosh, I'm just like, and then the food seemed like it's spoiling faster too. Before, food to me used to be lasting longer. Like you could keep it longer. Now that should be moldy. You gotta literally look at the bottom of your bread before 3 days to make sure it's not molded. In my house, anyways, I don't know. That's what's happening in my house. I'm gonna eat these. Feed me my grapes, bitch. Now you know I ain't talking to no damn man like that, and definitely ain't no woman. So who the fuck you talking to then? I don't know, guys. I was like, ooh, grapes. These look good. So I wore makeup the other day. It was beautiful. I don't know who's calling me. It's probably one of them damn telemarketers. I hate them. I have to go through my emails and be like, don't subscribe. And if they don't have a way I can opt out, I'm gonna report them. Cause leave me the fuck alone. You'll be like, this is how bored I am, okay, with my life. I need to do something with it. I signed up for this stupid shit. The next thing I know, I'm getting bombarded with telephone calls. I'm getting bombarded with emails. And it's like, damn, like you really fucked up my phone line. Now I got to go through all of that shit and delete, unsubscribe. But some of them don't even give me the option. I'm like, damn, you know? Got me scared to answer the phone. Even when I answer, I'd be like, is this a real person or is it a damn artificial intelligent person? You understand what I'm saying? Oh my gosh. I love that show last night with Kwame Brown, Bus Life. Oh my gosh. It was so beautiful. Big shout out to Kwame Brown, Bus Life. Y'all need to check them out. Don't go there with that stupid shit neither. You know, if you ain't on that righteous page, this is for the people who's more interested in getting involved with doing the right thing and really want to learn how to be involved in their community or even start something too in the community. So I'm collecting a lot of, like I got 2 pairs of drumsticks, a basketball, a baseball glove set. Today I seen something with an anatomy part, like this little foam anatomy map that I might pick up too. I know where to go. I might go back and go get that tomorrow. I'm gonna give them to kids. You never know what that might do to them and do for them. It's always little things that impact people. It's not really the big things. I'm wishing on the stars. no matter where you are. And the wishing on a dream. Hey, big shout out to who? Diana Ross. That was the back in the days. That's the music we grew up to. And the wishing on the rainbow that I see. Miss Diana Ross, she's so beautiful. She don't be in the spotlight. Her, I love the old school R&B ladies. They are real women. I think, may R.I.P. rest in peace, Whitney. I think Whitney is the one who put the women out there, like on like women in the media, R&B women in the media, because as you don't hear anything about really none of them. Patti LaBelle, Diana Ross, Tina Turner. You don't hear shit about them. I think Tina was the only one whose name was running back in the days, and it was how Ike abused Tina. But Tina's over there with her billionaire husband on that Greece island or Greek island doing a vida loca, living her life. Shit. I used to watch those PBS specials when I used to have all the old schools on there, cutting up, looking good. Talking about heaven. Must be missing an angel. I like stuff like that because that's what I grew up off of. You know, the first, what was the first creep song? Me and Mrs. Jones, Mrs. Jones. Hey, we got a thing going on. That was Mama's song. Now we older, we like, oh my gosh, that was a creep song. I think ours was in I Creep. Yeah. Oh, TLC, you know, keeping it on the down low. Yep, Creep was our song in I Creep. Yeah. I don't even know if there was a creep song for this generation. It's just like shit, do the whole crew. I don't care. I don't get feelings. I don't care. Some shit. I made up that. You know that was corny. You know that was corny. But they don't have no rules. Social media really brought out people's worst. It make them turn up for real. They be like, kiss him. Honey, you didn't kiss mommy. Some freaky shit. I'm like, oh shit. What the fuck? So I gather that people was just letting people in their lives, but they're saying they live the way the fuck they want. Money has nothing to do with morals. When it's all said and done, morals, either you have it or you don't. And, you know, sometimes I think people who have a lot of money play by the rules of their own game. And I think it can include a lot of disgusting things that are morally wrong. Morally wrong for the righteous man. Because, you know, that's a behavior that, you know, in our world is unacceptable, but in their world is very acceptable. And they always deflect the situation with their money. Look at me. Look at me. Like polite, he gonna talk about everybody. He ain't gonna have no mercy for nobody when the truth come out. Well, I think the truth was when you asked that lady, my reputation, this is gonna hurt my reputation. You have to not say anything. That's the rumor going around, allegedly. So I guess everybody's telling the truth but you. Oh, excuse me, everyone's lying but you. And I don't know what the fuck poor R. Kelly done did. He must have fucked up a drug deal on some real shit. Everything they can say about poor R. Kelly, they saying it about him. Now they run around saying he gave them women herpes. He knew he would have herpes since 2000. Them bitches was going with him to the hospital picking up his medicine. These motherfuckers that know you got herpes and fuck with you. Eat your pussy and some more shit. Herpes ain't stopping some of these nasty ass motherfuckers out here. Shit. Yo. They've been on R. Kelly for almost fucking 3 years. Poor R. Kelly. Cat Williams, they did him bad. They silenced him forever. You don't even hear shit about Cat Williams no more. He said, I'm not gonna be messing with the Hornets nest. He said, them motherfuckers sting and they hurt. Oh, woo. Cat Williams was like, what? Damn. He going to them parties talking about what he see. I know he signed a fucking clause because he was the only one talking, letting the secret out the bag. But let it out, Cat. Because who else is telling you? No one else is telling the truth around here. They all like, oh, everyone do it. Everyone does that. Why you gotta be a blabbermouth? That's that oath. That's that oath they take. It's not real. You know what I mean? That is definitely the oath they take. Eyes wide shut. I don't see the big pink elephant in the room. All entertainment. And when it's all said and done, guess what? They're about their bag, their money, and that's what they sold out to. Because they clearly don't live the lifestyle that they preach to other people or singing these songs, the angry music. Hip-hop should be known as the angry music. Or is that the rap music? Is hip-hop and rap the same? Is it? Because I don't know. What am I saying here? I just know one music always promoting violence and a lot of immorality stuff. You know what I mean? Stuff that's like low-level thinking, and I like some of it. I love the beat. You know what I mean? So I listen to the music. I love music, but, you know, at some point, like, some make me feel like Stella got her groove back. It's the truth. I love it. It's not my fault, you know, but it's still angry music, but I know how to switch it off. I know how to get out of that mood real quick. It doesn't it doesn't bother me like that. You understand what I'm saying? It don't make me feel like I'm in that mood. I can separate myself. You understand? I mean, the only thing that really, like, if I'm not careful is if I get up and turn on the internet, grab my phone, and it depends on what I see on my news feed that might get me in my feelings, and I don't want to be in my feelings. So I tend to just, you know what I mean, stay away from a lot of news and things like that. Hip hop is self expression. Rap has gone too far at this point. So is rap the angry music? Because I think hip hop is the, like, De La Soul and Q Tip. You know what I mean? Like the logical music. Is Baby hip hop or rap? Because I really love his style of music. I love him. You know, I can relate to it. You know, he's so nice and he don't swear. And I don't know, but I don't like the angry music because I'm not like butterfly person. I'd be like, blah, blah. My kids be like, Ma. I'd be like, okay, Ma, okay. Okay, so I always tell y'all I be going to the Goodwill. Look at this pretty little teapot. This bitch is cute. Tea, and even Tidway. Tea. Okay. I'm gonna try to get a peach cup, but I got this old English teacup. Tea. Piping hot. Tea. This is so cute. I love it. I had a white one, or a white one. Then, damn, the top fell. But this one is so pretty. Sitting at the table, drinking my tea. Honey, did you hear? Miss Bonita. I ain't the one to gossip, but did you hear? Looking like Kermit the Frog and shit. Know what, girl? So I went to the supermarket and I really went to buy one item, but I ended up buying more than one. And now I have enough vinegar. I'm going to clean my meat in vinegar because I like to, first of all. I'm going to have a salad tonight. I think I'm gonna make me a nice macaroni and cheese. So around in the hood, right, they have jerk macaroni and cheese. It's a lot of island restaurants there. There's not a lot of black soul food restaurants, but for most parts, there's like a lot of Spanish and a lot of Caribbean restaurants in the neighborhood, and the food is so good. We might have the Burger Kings and the McDonald's that's easily accessible to us, but then there's the mom and pop stores that serve that goddamn cooked food in the back. Don't play. Or a straight restaurant like Flames. Our Caribbean restaurant is called Flames. Oh, it's where the South meet, like the heat or something like that. But it's so delicious. And they're expanding. They have like 5 restaurants here, and there's another one too, a Jamaican one. There's Cuban restaurants. There's Spanish restaurants, but there's kind of bougie. The Spanish, the real ones, not the mom and pop ones, but the Spanish ones that's in the community, the real restaurants, they're kind of like bougie, but they're there. You know what I mean? You're welcome to go there, but they start like bordering the white restaurants, the really like semi-fancy ones, with the exception of Merengue, but they're not welcoming in my opinion, but their food is very good, very, very, very good, very tasteful. Okay, and one thing about those restaurants, they will feed you. Like you can have food, like you can eat food now, and then you can eat food later. They're always full. They're open from sun up until like 11, 10 o'clock at night, 11 o'clock at night. And believe me, you ain't getting the bottom of the pot. You're getting fresh food from sun up to sundown. It's so delicious. I'm like, oh my gosh. I always go and get a side of beans and rice and gravy. I love it. Beans, rice, and gravy. Here I come. So I always get that when I go there, and I get a piece of fried chicken. The other day when I went there, I was so upset because I was like, I asked for a side of rice and beans and a chicken breast. So she tried to just pound my plate up. First of all, she gave me a medium, and then she put the wrong meat. She put like one piece of chicken in there, then the other pieces. And the thing with me is I will throw the food away. So I'd be like, no, no, I just need a tablespoon of food. I'll pay the price for it. But please just give me, I want to eat right now. I don't want to like have leftover food. You know what I mean? So I want to eat it right now. So the thing with me is I just want like, what is this? I just want this amount of food. Like, I don't know what you call this spoon and shit. Like, but what is this called, guys? That teapot is cute. Thank you, baby. It is, right? So listen, I just want a scoop or a scoop and a half of this size. Don't give me like 2 scoops of this. It's too much for me. And before I used to eat a whole pizza. So it took work to get down to this size. And to like, the whole thing with the exercise is diet. So I'm like, no, take like, I worked in as a cashier, so I know I worked in a supermarket that sold food. In the black community, we put the shit back in the pan, but really you're supposed to throw that shit away once you scoop out of it. You know what I mean? You're supposed to put it back. We didn't do that at the supermarket. It went to shrink, which was bad because they would charge by the pound. That's how you get your money in food. You charge by the pound. Really not by the plate, but by the pound. That's how the supermarket charged by the pound. I guess the restaurants charge by the pound of the meat. I don't know to determine their price. But I know at the supermarket, we used to get them by the pound. And the most thing I used to get to people was the macaroni and cheese, because everybody love macaroni and cheese, from adults to kids, So that is so bad. I'm so mad. This big ass meat. Kwame Brown's gonna who goes in a restaurant and asks for just a spoonful of food? You crazy? No, I do. I do, because I just need a little. I don't want a lot of it. You know what I mean? I will throw it away if I get a lot. If they give me like 2 scoops with gravy, that's just gonna spill all over the place. I just need something to munch on right now. I just prefer to get food to munch on right now so that it can hold me over. And then I'll get a piece of chicken, a chicken breast, because I only eat white meat. So that's why I asked them for a spoonful. I had to be like, no, 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 stop right there. So anyways, the lady, she gave me 2, she pounded my plate up. But you know what the blessing was? Some guy paid for it. He brought my lunch that day. I was like, well, thank you. And because he heard me ask her for a side, but she gave me a medium. I didn't want them to throw the food away, but I was like, I wasn't going to pay full price for that shit. And then, this is like, listen. This right here, this pound up, this spoon, like if you get a scoop of rice, that's a lot on this. You understand? Rice is the main dish of any dish. So people want to give you a lot of rice to fill you up. That's cool if you like that, but I don't like that. I need one scoop, put it on right now on a piece of chicken. This is gonna hold me over until later on. You understand what I'm saying? So that's why I asked for one scoop. Yeah, before in the past, yeah, I could eat 2 scoops, but that was gluttony for me, and that's why I got into this position because I increased my appetite. So now I'm working my appetite back down, sort of like, when they say portions, you got to shrink your belly. And that in itself, when you love food and you like food, it's hard to do. Let me tell you, you can lose friends over people telling you how to diet and eat and what you should not do and how to exercise and how to eat. They be telling you, recommending good food, but you be so in your state of just trying to hold on to whatever you want to hold on to. You know you shouldn't eat that, but you want to hold on to it because you love it, you like it, but it's not good for you. So you'll lose friendship because they're not telling you anything wrong. You just don't want to follow the instruction. And the reason I know, I used to be like that. Before I couldn't do sit-ups, and this guy was like trying to tell me, and I felt like he was pressuring me. And I feel like sometimes when you try to tell a person what to do, then and even including in your diet, and if they're not ready, they won't receive it well, even if it is good advice. If they're not ready to receive that, they will not do that. That's all I'm saying. So I lost friends because I felt like they was pressuring me, and even though I'm not like big and obese like that, but I'm still big for my weight. And even though they wasn't telling me anything wrong, I didn't want to hear that. I'm just keeping it real. So I'd be like, oh no, you trying to tell me how to live. You know what I mean? And they was trying to tell me how to live right. They wasn't telling me anything wrong. You know? So, but still, for me, it was too much. You know? Ugh. I hate like the veins part of the meat. Ugh. I'm surprised I still eat meat today. So this is all going in my salad. I'm gonna grill it. Put some wood in there. You know? Let me keep it on one julienne cut. But yeah, so that's why I asked for a scoop of food. Like, I'm not a person that want to eat out a lot. I have to decide, what am I going to eat? Am I going to eat a burger or am I going to eat a pizza? I'm just going to eat to hold me over, not to like just fill me up, because I still like to cook my own food and eat at home. And I don't really carry food on me. So that's why I like to get a small side order and a piece of meat, protein they call it, which is chicken. You feel me? Some people think that you can live off of protein alone. I guess you can if you just eat meat. But I'm not a veggie, I hate meat. I'm going to the range, guys. That is so good. I was supposed to have been going since last year, so I'm finally getting around to it. You know what I mean? I'm going to go up there and learn how to properly handle a firearm. You never know. I might have to use that shit one day. Tough times are coming ahead. I hate to put a bullet in your ass, but believe me, I will. Especially if I know how to. You feel me? If you try to threaten me or harm me, I will kill you. Without a doubt. And that's the truth on everything I love. So I need to know how to to use a firearm properly. Period. That's all. Even my baby, like, she's so small, she's so tiny, like, oh my gosh. She's a tiny one. She's a skinny mini. You know? She's a skinny mini. I'm like, that's good, baby. My baby got her passport, her card. She seems like travels in her future. She's preparing. She's preparing. I said, even if you live in another state, because she's not a convicted felon, so she can bear a firearm. I was like, it's even if she lives in another state, it'll be easier for her to get the firearm card because she's not a convicted felon. If she plans to live in another place, she could do it. Her friend told her, I think she's going to move to Florida eventually. I'm certain, but it seemed like that's the direction she's looking to go in. But she has some friends, acquaintances, and friends down there, so it's all good. Whatever you decide, baby, good luck. That's what it is. Go into the world. See the world. I was listening to the girl on Dima Talanichi Takeover, the Takeover show, Mama's Cooking New York. This girl, she was Corinne. She was like a CEO, a Hollywood CEO. Y'all should check out his show too. His show is good. It's not just like, it's a beautiful show. It's very inspiring. The people that he have on there, he have great interviews, a lot of insight. A lot of people telling inspiring you to take that leap because we need people to tell us that you can do it, you can make it, you can go there. You don't have to. You can go out of your comfort zone. Take a leap. You probably will do better. You know what I mean? So you have to. They have to be inspired to know that they can do it. It's just like Kwame Brown said. You tell them, like, you don't discourage a person. You encourage them. You inspire them. You let them know you can do it. You let them know why not. You let them know, like, yo, aim for it. Shit. If you was in a good position in America, get all you can get. Sometimes you do have to kick down some doors. You understand? But the bottom line is you have to stay the course. And you can't let no one put you in a box. You feel me? You can't let no one turn your sky into a ceiling and telling you cannot do it. And the first person that ever gave me that message was this guy. I was really cool with this guy. He never worked a day in his life, but he was like, he always got money. He did work. He was an independent, like, contractor. He was an entrepreneur. He did different businesses. But his legit job that he did outside of, not legit job, but the job that he did outside of his own business, he worked for somebody. That was the first time he ever worked for somebody. And this guy, he grew up in a he grew up in the system. He grew up in the system because he robbed a gas station when he was young, and he also dropped out of school in the 8th grade. So he always was like doing odd jobs and just a money maker. He was a mover and shaker, getting his money. That's all he knew. So this one particular time, he worked with this guy, and he worked with the guy for 10 months. 10 months. He could have been a young dude too. He could have been younger than me now that I think about it. I don't think we was the same age, but he could have been the same age as me. I just never knew. That's very interesting. I say that. So the judge told him, you better come back to this court. You better have a job. Now, remember, the person he was working for, they was doing houses. They were, when people move out of houses, they was turning them over, fixing them up and things like that. So that was his first job. So the guy died on that job. He was only on that job for 10 months. Okay. And then he was also experiencing some drug issues because he had like a sponsor and he was telling the people what he wanted to do. And they was like, no, you're not ready. You're not ready. But he went against their word. He went against what they were saying to him. And you know what I mean? He went to the company where the guy died, and he started getting contracts from them. Then he ended up getting his own business doing that home improvement. And then he started buying houses, like 3 families, and he was fixing them up and flipping them. And, it all came from him going outside of people telling him he wasn't ready and what he could not do. And he was a young man at that age. He transformed a few blocks in the Boston community. You understand? Like he gave them improved the block by fixing up the property he had, and it gave that block a different facial structure, infrastructure, the outside of it. He put like landscape in there. The wall was really nice. Before that was all ran down and shit. He fixed it up. I would go into these places when they was skeleton frames, like nothing, just stairs and everything. So he was a no nonsense dude, and by him being well known and shit, he would have to evict people. He would always check his property every 3 months. He wasn't giving his tenants like the right to privacy, like enjoyment of the facility, because he would make sure that they wouldn't. Hi Joel. He would make sure that the tenants wasn't parking in the driveway. He would make sure that the girl didn't have no one staying there in her house. He would inspect her house, because his place, when he got his second house, well, so let me tell you about the first house. The first house was in like a prime real estate neighborhood. You understand? It was close to transportation. It was across the street from the library, the police station. In fact, it was a police officer, I think, that brought the house he fixed up. It was right by the church, the barbershop, the library. It was a block from the transportation depot. And that was a major depot in Massachusetts. So that was his first property. His second property was a 3-family home. And I'm gonna tell you, he did a oncho, like a hostile takeover of a land, because when he brought his second property, it had an easement, which is like a cut through, where you have to cut through on his property to get to the street or just walk around. So a lot of people was, how some places have cuts, so it was just a cut, but it was connected to a part of the surrounding land. It wasn't his land, but it was the surrounding land. But he used to always go out there and maintain the land, keep it mowed, you understand, and just really take care of the land. And it really gave more improvement to that area as well. You understand? And so before they could build there, like, he had the right of refusal. Basically, they had to pay him because he had taken the land by maintaining it. It was like a hostile takeover. He would keep it cut, and he got everyone in the neighborhood, in the churches, also to write a letter to the city stating that he would maintain the land. But he did do that in truth. So before they could build on there, those homes, they had to pay him before they could build on that land. So that was a good investment for him, you know what I mean? Keeping that area clean and just improving it, because he had a house there. He didn't just leave it like a landfill full of garbage and debris and stuff. So he had that home, and I think he had another one. He had a 6-family home. So his third one was a 6-family home. He built that one up. He sold it. And he told me back then, he was like, this is like probably over a decade ago. They called me Say, S-A-Y. So he was like, Say, when he did the auction just to see who would buy the house, who would show up, just the showing of the house, nothing but Chinese people showed up offering him like 800 racks for the property, $800,000 for the house, the 6-family. So that's the only people that was showing up and stuff to buy the house. You know what I mean? They own a lot of land in the hood and everything, guys. It is what it is. But my boy told me that, and I was like over a decade ago, So, but he was the first person to tell me, don't let no one put you in a box. And that's what I'm saying. Young dude too, a high school dropout who was just a mover and shaker, hustler. And he was the one. And he was the first one too. He had a big ass utility truck. I used to love getting up in that shit, yo. Cause he was a short dude. I was a short chick. I'm still short. And it's like that big ass truck and shit. I loved it though. Like, ooh. So he was the first person to tell me, don't, think outside the box. Period. And I did that. You know that? I thought outside the box. He even started a magazine in Boston, and his daughter was a rapper, like a female rapper, like hardcore rapper before MA. His daughter was like a MA. His daughter was like a MA, that rapper MA. She was like hardcore. They was like, nah, like, tone it down. She wasn't, when she got in the game, they wasn't ready for her style, which is the style today. Seltzer water. I like that. Oh my gosh. So I was so shocked to hear about that video with Lil Durk in him. But should I be surprised? Even though I was shocked, should I be surprised? Entertainment is just what it is. Entertainment. We should be getting caught up into what's happening around the world, worldwide, in politics, so we can be informed. That's the purpose of us knowing what's up, so that we can be informed. Trying a new spice today. Everything but salt, they said. How are you, Joelle? They said everything but the salt. This salt been around forever. Morton's. Excuse me, this is that old money since I was a kid, at least 50 years old. At least 50 years old. Oh my gosh. It was so hot today, guys. Very hot today. Very, very hot. I really hate meat, but I'll eat it. Certain meat I'll eat. I'll be walking through the supermarket like, thank you, God, I don't eat pork no more. I used to only eat bacon, a little chitlins sometimes, every once in a while. Let me see, bacon and pork chops and some ham. Now, I don't eat any of that. That's God, because that's all you see. I have to say no to a lot of food because it's contaminated with pork for me. It's something with the pork, because you know why? I was just with my sis taking the dog to the vet, and the dog was saying that the vet was saying that the dog can eat the human food, like the meats and stuff that we eat. Just do not put seasoning in it. But they can eat the meat, So they like, if you give it pork, make sure that it's cooked all the way because the parasites that's in it. So they know that pork has parasites in them. They know that. So that's why they inform you, make sure you cook it completely. You know? Hey, I don't want to stay 120 minutes. I just wanted to chop it up. So I'm going to end this live stream and y'all have a great day, okay? Thank you for watching.